As of today, I've been on Zepbound for 34 weeks and I've lost 65.8 pounds. Yeah. And in this episode, I'm sharing the results of my labs and what's next for me on this journey. Hello, hello, hello. Greetings. Hello, bold, brave, and brilliant ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in to Zepbound Journey with Ange. I'm Angela Durant. My friends call me Ange, and you can too. So nice to have you here. If you're brand new to the channel, welcome. It's nice to have you here. If you like what you hear here, if it resonates with you, please like and subscribe and help us grow our little teeny tiny channel. We would absolutely love that. So welcome, welcome, and welcome. To date, as I mentioned, I've lost 65.8 pounds. I'm heading on to my way to 70 pounds. And my health is improving. Oftentimes we talk about the transformation of our body, like on the scale, how much weight is we're losing. But the other part of that that you don't often see is what's going on inside of your body. And what's going on inside of my body is looking good. It's looking good. So I want to share that with you today. But before we do that, I want to share that Fast Money reported on Eli Lilly's drug about how tirzepatide cuts diabetes risk by 94%. By 94%. I mean, I was blown away by that. This is what their segment says. It says that Zepbound slashes diabetes risks. Eli Lilly had a 3-year tirzepatide study. The study was with 1,000 adults over 176 weeks, followed by another 17-week period where patients stopped the treatment. Patients were 94% less likely to develop type 2 diabetes from being pre-diabetic, right? And so many of you know that I was pre-diabetic. And adults on a high weekly dose lost an average of 22.9% of their body weight at the end of the treatment, right? So they're losing weight, and the patients were 94% less likely to develop type 2 diabetes from being pre-diabetic. Okay. So that's where I was, right? And let me just give you a little bit of family history. My grandfather on my father's side had diabetes. We called him Papa Doodles. Papa Doodles had diabetes, and towards the end of his life, he had his leg amputated because of it, right? And so there was a lot of fear around being diabetic, losing your eyesight and, having to live, on insulin. And I know some of you are diabetic, and maybe that's been part of your journey. But for those of you who are pre-diabetic, or not even pre-diabetic yet, but your doctor is starting to be concerned about your weight, this is really amazing news for us, right? Really amazing news for us. Okay, so I was close to 300 pounds. Like I was creeping up with 300 pounds. At my highest weight, I was over 300 pounds. But as I was getting ready to start this medication this was back in like January, I was getting really, really close to 300 pounds when my doctors just start sounding the alarm. Like I would go in and see them like, just my regular routine checkup and see you. And they were like, no, like this is not a game. Your numbers are not looking good. And they basically sounded the alarm. I was pre-diabetic. I had sleep apnea and was not using my CPAP machine. I had a hard time managing the sleep, the mask, the nose pillows, the whole thing. And so I wasn't wearing it. And I was, my sleep, I was, I would wake up like coughing and what have you. My cholesterol was high. I clearly had inflammation. My legs, my ankles, my feet were swollen often, right? And I kept gaining weight. So when I first would step on the scale at my doctor's office, I was like, okay, well, I'm up a pound or two. Like, that's no big deal, right? But I was close to 300 pounds, and I'm only 5'2.5". So my doctors were like ringing the alarm, like, no, 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 we've got to do this. We've got to do something to stop this. This is not good. This is not good. So that was a wake up call for me, because I was just like, I feel okay. My legs are a little swollen. My joints are achy, but I'm okay, right? I could deal with, I'm living with it. Well, my labs weren't good. Like they ran, everything, all the blood work to see how I was doing inside. And, I guess what they suspected wasn't good showed up in the labs. And so because of that, like I was teetering on I was very, very close to being diabetic. Like that number was I want to say it was like 6.2, and I think 6.4 is diabetic. And so that was a cause for alarm. Like they're like, Ange, like you really need to listen to us. This is serious. This could change your life, so you really need to take this seriously and do what we're telling you to do. And so I'm happy to say, I started the medication in February of 2024. I'm feeling great. I'm not only down 65.8 pounds, but my blood work is good. My blood work is good. Cholesterol normal levels, right? She ran like a huge blood panel on me to see how everything, my iron was, everything. Because not only did she have to pay attention to my journey on Zepbound, but she also needs to pay attention to my all of the other levels as far as my vitamins and my iron and all, and she looked at B12 and everything, because I also had bariatric surgery. I had 2 surgeries, and one of the surgeries was gastric bypass. And so my body doesn't absorb the nutrients that it should. And so I have to be on vitamins, supplements for life. And so she wanted to also see, how are you doing with that? Right. So the only thing that was really high, she was like, I guess it's kind of a good high, but it was high, was my B12. My B12 was like off the roof, like off the chain. And I think that's because in addition to taking, all the other things that she gave me to take, I was taking a B12 pill every day. And I think I was giving my body more B12 than it needed. So we just won't take that pill, right? But everything else was really good. And so the juicy part that I want to share with you, and I already suspected I was doing good because my weight was going down. But the juicy part that I want to share with you, when she sent me a note through my charts, she said, the best part is you are no longer a pre-diabetic. Yay! You are no longer pre-diabetic. Like your numbers are in a normal range. Your numbers are a normal range. So, and with that saying, I'm no longer in jeopardy of being diabetic, right? And with the reports that about the Eli medication, Eli Lilly medication of Zepbound, that you're 94% less likely of ever developing diabetes. As long as I'm on this medication, I'm not worried about having diabetes, right? Having diabetes. That's one thing I can kind of check off the list that I don't have to worry about. That's not something I have to stress about. And so I just had to share it with all of you. I just had to come and share with you because I'm on this journey, but you're on the journey too. So that means that your health is improving too, right? From the inside out, right? On the outside, we're like, okay, I definitely notice when I look in the camera or I look in the mirror, I can definitely notice my face thinning compared to what it looked like before. And I pulled up another picture this past week of, I went and had I was going to an event. I had my makeup done. It was not good. That I did not like that makeup job. It doesn't look like me. But if you looked at my face was much fuller than it is today. And so, and even in my neck, I can see it in my neck, the weight coming off. But what you can't see is how you're doing on the inside, right? You can't see how you're doing on the inside. So I'm so happy to hear that I'm no longer at risk of having diabetes. So that is a celebration, right? That's one of those, what we call those non-scale victories, right? So I wanted to come and share that news with you. So my labs are normal. I'm focusing on transforming not only on the outside, but also on the inside and giving my body what it needs. And so I want to talk to you about what's next, what we're doing next in our community, what I'm doing, I'm refocusing back on my nutrition and my workout. I worked out yesterday. I haven't worked out today yet. It's early in the morning. Haven't worked out yet today, but my arms are sore because I've been doing free weights. So I'm in pain, but it's good pain, right? It's good pain. So I'm doing that. And then we are also doing another 6-week sprint, another 6-week weight loss sprint. For those of you who don't know, we created a Facebook group where we're going in there and we're just focusing on weight loss sprints, right? Over 6 weeks. And we did one and we lost over 400 pounds. The collective group lost over 400 pounds. And I think it was more than that. I just think everybody didn't report out. But when we finished it, when it was a wrap, the group was like, what's next, Ange? What's next? Can we do another one? Because I lost 10 pounds. Like, can we do another one? I lost 10.8 pounds. My goal was 20, but I lost 10.8 pounds on that sprint. And so I wanted to see if some of you want to come over and join us. Right now, there's about 200 of us in the Facebook group. You don't have to be on Zepbound to do the weight loss sprint. You don't have to be. It could be your friends who just want to lose weight over the next 6 weeks. What I was thinking was Christmas and the New Year is right around the corner, right? And so a lot of us wait till January, right? We make our New Year's resolutions and we say, this year, this is going to be the year that we change everything, right? This is going to be the year we're going to stick to our diets, we work out, and we get slim and trim, right? So my thinking is, why wait until New Year's and a resolution? Let's start now, right? We'll start in a week. Let's start now on this weight loss sprint, 6 weeks going into like December. And we already have the momentum going into the new year. So it's not like starting, and it won't be a heavy lift for those of you who will have a New Year's resolution, right? We can start it now. So join us. It's called Zepbound Transformation Tribe. The Zepbound Transformation Tribe. Just let me know you're interested in that and come on in. I'll approve you to come on into the group. And again, it could be your friends, your family. They do not have to be on Zepbound. They just have to want to lose weight, right? On a 6-week journey. So that's what we're doing together. And you get to post in there, which is wonderful because I get to see your before and afters. I get to see, on YouTube, I don't typically get to see you. I don't get to see your faces unless we go live and I pull you into the room, which we may be doing again really soon. But on Facebook, you can post your pictures so I get to see all of you and your life and your families. And I love that. So if you want to join us. We're going to start next week. I think it is the 23rd. We're going to start and it'll be 6 weeks we'll run for. And your goal could be whatever you set it to be, right? It could be a scale goal, like you want to lose 10 pounds, 15 pounds. If you want to be ambitious, you go for even more. Or you may want to focus on working out, right? Or you may want to focus on your nutrition. You could do that too, right? And report out on how you're doing. So join us. You are certainly welcome to come. And sometimes it's just more fun to do it in a group than to be doing it by yourself. And all are welcome. All are welcome. For those of you who are not familiar with our community here on Zepbound, and everything we do is all focused on being kind, considerate, and compassionate to our community. For those people who are on a journey of trying to lose weight, they struggle with weight most of their life, like myself, and they are looking for a community that's understanding, caring, kind, and compassionate. And this is that community. So if you haven't already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, please let me know in the comments, like, hey, Ange, I just subscribed. Let me know because I would like to thank you and welcome you to our community personally. And then one last announcement. For those of you who don't know, I am doing a case study group on how to start and monetize your YouTube channel. Part of this beautiful journey for me has not only been losing weight and making friends and meeting all of you and having a supportive accountability group, but I also monetized my YouTube channel in 45 days without even trying, right? But I took notes along the way of what was working, what wasn't working, and created something special for those people who might be interested in doing something similar. So if you are interested, and I know it's not for everybody in the community, but if that's something that you've thought about or you've had a desire to do, I am doing a it's called a case study group, right? And if you're interested, you can apply. I'll put the link in the show notes. The application is completely free, so it's free to apply. So go ahead and do that today, because I can only work with, I'm working with everybody personally. So it's just me. So there are limits to how many people I can work with. So if you're interested, get your application in. The application, again, is free. But the program, right, what I'm offering you and how I'm going to work with you is not free. So I want you to know that. But the application is free. So go ahead and get that in. There is an investment for that. So please only apply if this is something that you're really interested in, if you're serious about considering it and you're ready to really build your brand. I'm a brand strategist. So that is the method, like that's the lens in which I will help you build your YouTube channel. But if that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and apply today. I'll make sure that the link is there. For those of you who have already applied, thank you for expressing interest in the new case study group. We're going to be doing a lot of interesting things there, and I'm including quite a bit. So it's going to be great. But for those of you who have already applied, I appreciate it. There are a lot of you, and I'm reviewing every single application. If you are approved, we'll hop on a call, and this is how it'll be. We'll hop on a call, and I'll share all the details with you. And if we're fit to work together, then you'll be invited into the case study group and we'll get started. Okay. So I'm super excited. I'm loving seeing some of the channels that we're already working with, and would love to support you. And don't be afraid. If you're afraid, don't be afraid. We help you with that too, like getting comfortable on camera. We help you with that. All right. So there have been so many wonderful things that have come out of starting this journey on Zepbound. And I can only say that I am so very grateful, because my journey is not, I'm only halfway there. Like I've got another 65 pounds to lose, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling strong. My attitude is positive, right? And I'm very hopeful on the future, right? I feel like the future is so bright for all of us. So thank you so much for supporting our channel. If you haven't, please subscribe. It helps us, and it also helps YouTube know that people like you are interested in this channel, and it will push out our channel to people who don't know us. So that's very helpful. So thank you in advance for doing that. And with that, I want you to go out there. I want you to be bold. I want you to be bold, because it takes boldness to do what we do, right? It takes boldness to say, I not only want to transform the outside of my body, but I also want to transform the inside of my body, right? I want to be looking good. And who knows, the fact that I'm no longer pre-diabetic may have added years to my life. I don't know, right? But I feel good, and I feel like with this, on this medication, my life is fuller, right? My life is fuller, and I'm so excited about that. So kudos to you for being bold. I want you to also be brave. And for those of you who are like, I want to start a YouTube channel, but I'm afraid to go on camera. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Don't be scared, as my client always says. You will have support. You will be supported every step of the way. I will hold your hand through the process. But what I know is many of you have amazing stories of transformation, and there's so many people and so many lives that you will inspire by sharing your own journey and being a leader and leading your own community. So don't be scared, right? Be brave, be brave. And last but not least, I want you to go out there and I want you to be brilliant. Step into the light. People are watching you. People are being inspired by your journey. No matter if you're going fast on your GLP-1 journey or you're going a little bit slower, people are noticing it, right? So step into the light and shine, and don't be afraid. I know for many of us who have carried around excess weight, maybe you've been like morbidly obese, showing up and shining may be a challenge for you, right? Because we've kind of dimmed our light. But not anymore. Not anymore. I want you to show up. I want you to shine. I don't care if you weigh 115 pounds or you weigh 415 pounds. I want you to come out, step into the light, and be brilliant, because you are. You absolutely are. And with that, thank you so much for joining Zepbound Journey with Ange. I will see you the next time. Take care. Be bold. Be brave. Be brilliant. Bye for now. Love you guys.